G'day everyone. Got some water.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Well, thanks, Dylan, for joining us. Understandably, there'll be a lot of emotions running around right now, but just tell us how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm wrecked. Tried to hang on for one last Grand Slam, but couldn't get done, but I didn't deserve to win today. Sammy played really well, so credit to him. I didn't play my best tennis, and look, it's been a big week, big year, big 31 years, to be honest. And I think I'm ready to retire, because when you know you're ready, the wins mean less and the losses don't hurt as much. And I'm honestly okay. And, you know, I obviously wanted to go out on a massive high, but couldn't get it done. And I knew going to Canberra was a risk, and I was wrecked after that. But I'm still glad I did it. You know, I had no idea I was winning, but to win and to be able to do that and to be Australian of the Year and that stuff's way more important than winning tennis tournaments to me. I said that and I lived that. And I went there and did it. And yeah, bummer to not finish out winning it. But the difference between 15 and 16 Grand Slams to me is not much, to be honest. The same as 15 to 8. Like, I don't count them. I forget how many I've won. It's not what I'm about. So I've got to say the crowd and that was out there was unbelievable. That was pretty special.
Question to the room. Thanks.
Dylan, can I ask, over those 15 slams, so if you wind back to the first one compared to now, what's changed, be it media interest, fans in the stands? How do you put into words the transformation?
You can't put into words, you've got to see it. But I'm doing my best. The first round of my first Australian Open, 2014, January 23, legit, there was 5 people there. 5. My dad, my mum, my brother, a couple of mates, and some people got lost and accidentally walked past. Legit, not exaggerating. Now, as full as humanly possible, Rod Laver, Channel 9 held the news. It was the biggest show in town with Nick and Thanasi and Ash today. You can't, I'm on the opening billboard when you get here in Melbourne. Bloody Australian of the Year, for God's sake. Like, what the hell is that? It's ridiculous. And I have always, you know, people might think that I love myself and it's all about me, but it's not. It's not what I'm about. It's about changing perception so more people with disability get their opportunity to be them. Not winning a gold medal, not winning Grand Slams, but just going to a cafe, enjoying their life, having a job, going on a date, like having a hit of tennis, whatever it is. So I never thought it would happen, but it was my goal to make it happen. And it's happened as trillion times more than I thought. And it's not going to stop happening, whatever I do next. I'm going to make sure it keeps happening, and I'm excited for the next part of my life, whatever that might be.
Just to follow on, if I can, from 5 people at that first game to today, was there a watershed moment? Did it slowly build? Was there a moment throughout where you thought, wow, this has taken a big step? Or was
it just kept evolving and getting bigger. I was talking to Ben Rothenberg. G'day, Ben. He's here today. He said a good point. There's tennis players who've won Grand Slams and gold medals in wheelchairs before, but haven't had that cut through. It's got nothing to really do about me playing tennis, I'm going to be honest. It's about what I say, I guess who I am, but mostly being fully proud of who I am, authentically me, and challenging the status quo, saying, why the hell can't we be on Rod Laver? Why the hell can't I do a post-match and interview Rafa? Why the hell shouldn't the biggest brands in Australia sponsor a disabled athlete instead of the world #1 in the men's or women's able body? Why not? And they're like, you know what, why not? Why don't we give it a crack? And when it just shows it's all about opportunity. Life is about opportunity. And if we have no expectations of what people with disability can do, we're not going to give them opportunities. But people backed me and gave me an opportunity, and that's why we did it. But as I said, I did the easy part, which is be me. It's the Australian Open, the broadcasters, the sponsors, the journos, and most importantly, the people that get behind it is the reason it's happened, not me. And, you know, people with disability that came before me didn't have the recognition they deserve. And that made me upset. That used to hurt me for them, you know? And it's time that's not going to happen anymore. I really do.
Ben? No, sorry. Sorry, Ben first.
No, you go ahead, Jan.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's okay?
Yeah.
If you talk about this process and this confidence, now that you are retiring, what will happen for wheelchair tennis internationally for the Grand Slams? Obviously, I feel as a German, handicap sport is in a very good position here in Australia, and Europe lags a bit behind. And with the other competitors on tour, what do you think will happen? Will they put on in your sport? Will there be a big hole? Are you afraid?
I hope so. I hope there's no hole. And I don't think there will be because they're ready to go. But as I said, I wish we could just get it done without tennis, like the everybody people. But it's just not how it is yet. It's just being honest, and that sucks. It's not good enough. Like you can win, 25 Grand Slams in a wheelchair, people might not know who you are, and that's bullshit. Like they should know. But the reason I've been able to cut through is because of who I am and what I say and what we stand for as a community. But just, luckily I just know how to string two words together, and also I've got a get stuff done attitude where I just want to get it done. But they're ready to go. I'm redundant. I'm officially a retired, washed up, proper loser, and I love that. Like, I am redundant as, don't need me, I'm done, time for someone else to take the reins. And it's hard to take the reins when everybody's talking about one person. It's just how it is. I mean, there's the big three in the able-bodied men's tennis. It's like, what about all these other great players? Oh, no, let's just talk about the big three. It's like, no, get around them. It's going to be hard until they leave. Yeah, agreed? Well, I'm out of here. So you got someone else, I hog the limelight and I don't want to. And I'm ready to go on to the next part.
Ben?
How nuts was this week for you, obviously, detouring from a mid-Grand Slam to a different city to accept this award? It's obviously this massive deal. I mean, how challenging is that to throw that into between a semi-final and final in a Grand Slam?
Just, I cannot tell you how rinsed I am. But that's not an excuse, but I am cooked. But I'm always cooked because I always do everything. Because I feel, because I want to, and you always, when I make decisions, I ask decisions via my purpose. What is my purpose, and does that help my purpose? And going up to Canberra on the very, very slim chance of winning Australian of the Year very much helped my purpose. So I got to go. Did I think I was going to win? Absolutely not. Can I believe I still won? Absolutely not. People kept saying to me, congratulations this morning. I said, what for? I haven't played yet. And I was like, I won Australian of the Year. I forgot. Not ideal. Would I change it? Absolutely not. Because it's a huge honour, but also, it meant a lot to me. And judging by what I read online, it meant a lot of people to a lot of people as well. Everybody or disabled. And there'll be people that hate me and think I'm no good and will disagree with what I say, and that's completely up to them, and that's fine. They're allowed to, but I'm just going to do the best that I can. And I keep getting asked, what are you going to do as Australian of the Year? And I say, I've got absolutely no idea because I've never been Australian of the Year. I don't know what to do, but I'm going to do what I do, which is just be me and talk about what I believe in and just bloody enjoy life, to be honest.
Scott?
Result. There were some really tight moments there late in the first set and also at the start of the second. Was there a moment when you thought, he's actually got me here, I can't come back?
Yeah, I always in my career win the big points. I didn't win the big points today, did I? That was the difference. It's one of my big strengths, and I was missing by a bee's diaphragm every time. And I got a little bit of like, I think it's not my day here, but that's all right. It isn't your day sometimes. I just felt like it wasn't my day because I just kept, how many times did I miss by half a ball? But then he put pressure on, he played a great second set. I thought he was going to choke a bit, didn't choke. So credit to him. I think early on he was nervous and I should have been 4-love up, but I stuffed up a few points here and there. Probably a little too excited. I was missing like long, which is unusual for me. Probably trying to hit a bit hard. But like, I wanted to retire 6 years ago, if I'm honest. Like I tried to retire after basketball and then it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when the Paralympics got cancelled, I was like gutted because I was like, I'm not going to hang on. Like I'm out. And then because of my family and my team and my partner and everyone, they're like, come on, you can get through this. And I just put everything into the Golden Slam. And then I tried to have a couple of weeks off and I can't have any weeks off because I won't be able to make it to the Australian Open. So I just kept going through. Like listen to my voice. Like I'm rinsed. But I'm so glad I did it. It was my home slam. Win, lose or draw, that's what I wanted to do. And it was a celebration, still a celebration. Like, I'm not even crying, like, which is a good thing, I think, because it knows that I'm ready. And as I said, 7 Australian Opens ain't bad. 8 would have been nice, but 7's better than 6.
Lauren?
Dylan, you spoke on court again about, as you put it, how much you hated yourself when you were younger. And yet you come in here now talking about a can-do attitude and, here I am ready to do all this stuff, a larger-than-life character. It sounds like you needed a you when you were that kid. What was the turning point to now become this amazing figure?
Look, it was my family and friends and that making me feel worthy for sure, but also starting slowly to see other people with disabilities, like athletes like Louise Savage and Danny Dottoro, who won Australian Opens here in Kurt and that, but also like I just started backing myself and being proud of my disability, and then people started getting around me. And then when I had an absolutely shithouse haircut, I won a gold medal when I was 17 years old, playing wheelchair basketball, and then everyone wanted to talk to me, right? Because I was young and I was good, and I just like realised that I'd been put here for another reason than to just play sport, purely because I could string 2 words together and I could get out my message well. And I was like, I don't think that's really happened that well before, right? Like, and for some reason I was just feeling this momentum where people were buying into my story. And me being me, I thought, let's just take this to the absolute stars. How big can we make this? Like, I'm serious, like, and I make jokes, but like, I actually want to win an Oscar one day. I'm serious. I wanted to win a Logie, I won that. Like, I wanted to win these Grand Slams, I did that. Like, I'm serious. And I know that you might be like, you're an idiot. But who knows in 10 years? Like, why not? And that's what I started doing. Like, I remember watching TV going, everyone that comes to the wheelchair tennis is so surprised at how good we are. It's the number one thing. Wow, you're good. I'm like, what do you expect? Just 2 absolute washed up losers hitting the ball. Like, I don't know, but they're genuine surprised at how talented and entertaining it is. And I was like, 1 million people watch this on TV then, because everyone that comes loves it. And guess what happened today? 1 million people watched it on TV. Packed stadium, I just don't see why people with disability can't be greater represented everywhere. And I make the joke, like, why couldn't the Prime Minister be in a wheelchair? I'm dead serious. Or have any disability, physical or non-physical. I'm not saying it's going to be me, but why not? And they'll be like, oh, well, Parliament's not accessible. So we'll build ramps, right? Like, just do it. I'll make you do it. We'll make you do it, whatever it is. And, geez, that's going to be all over the media tomorrow. Alcott running for Prime Minister. I promise I'm not. But, like, I'm serious. And that's how I think. I genuinely think like that. Like, part of my French, but it's a get shit done attitude where I want to do something and I do it. And I might fail. Like, I failed today. I didn't win today. Whatever. I'll still have a crack at what I want to do next.
Take a look.
Sorry,
Sorry.
one more very quick one. It doesn't look like clear liquid in that water bottle.
It is.
Talk us through
I
tonight.
poured 3 beers in here because I could only fit. It's a litre and a beer's 330 mils. Shout out to Young Henrys.
Contacted you, and what is on the cards for this evening? You
Who's
don't do anything
contacted
by
me?
half, as we know.
I'm going out for dinner. I've got a surprise dinner. Win, lose or draw. I was like, yeah, I'll go out for dinner. I don't know where I'm going. Just with my team and a few people. But I think next Thursday we're doing something called Dylan Allfroth Day, which is that a secret? Not anymore. Where one of my sponsors, Young Henry, they make beers. They're doing $1 of every beer, I think, goes to the Dylan Alcott Foundation nationwide. Is that right? How cool is that? And they're throwing a party in Melbourne. If you want to find out where that is, Instagram DM me. You might be lucky enough to get invited.
We'll take last 2 in the room. Tanya?
Dylan, I know you're more proud of what you've done off the court.
Oh,
Hi, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're more proud of what you've done off the court, but in terms of on the court, you've done a lot too. So I guess the Golden Slam's the obvious one, but what's Dylan's favourite memory from the playing career?
Performance-wise, probably the Golden Slam, but it's still that representation of people with disability that come watch. I mean that as well. Like, it's just like they're just there watching someone like them, and but not making a big deal out of it. That's the thing. It's just normal. Like, it actually was genuinely normal today. Ganassi, Nick, Alcott, Vardy. I was like, wow, that actually sounds normal, which is just ridiculous. Like, people from overseas are like, come in like, wow. And it's up to us to change that to all around the world, you know? But yeah, you know, I'm proud that I play so well at home. I didn't play so well today, but winning at home is the hardest. Most people win most of their Grand Slams not at home or at other tournaments, you know? But I've won most of mine here. What have I won? 7 Australian Opens, 3 US, 3 French, 2 Wimbledon. Is that right? I can't. See, there you go. This is how much, I genuinely don't know that stuff. It's just not what gets me out of bed. But that's pretty awesome to be able to do it at home for sure. And yeah, I'm proud of that and proud of what we've achieved here. Just the general vibe and the mainstreaming of it is probably the thing I'm most proud about.
Last one before online, Ben.
Dylan, what was your sort of emotion looking up in the stands, maybe especially at that love 5 in the second moment when people gave you a bit of an ovation there?
Yeah, probably my only regret was probably not enjoying it as much as I could have today. I think that's because I was physically and mentally really cooked. So I was trying to save energy, but I should have went out and just tried for the first hour to win love and 2, and then if I didn't cramp up and lose, to be honest, that makes sense. So I was really trying to be in myself, but that was unbelievable. The crowd was so good, like so loud, and scarily, I'm used to that now. Can you believe that? From a guy that had 5 people watching him to that being normal. That's just ridiculous to think. And I don't take it for granted, mate. I'm grateful for everybody that has got around my career. I'm forever grateful. And the nicest thing people have been saying to me today is, this is just the beginning. And I kind of feel that as well, which is scary. It means I'm going to be an absolute juggernaut. Hopefully I don't turn into a massive wanker, but I don't think I will. Yeah, I'll do my best not to. Go on.
The hottest ticket in town right now, and you speak so well on everything. What do you make of the Special Ks? They've been so awesome to watch, and I think you played after them, I think, in your quarter final. Yeah.
Mate, I've been embraced because of my personality, not because I won tennis tournaments. Personality is the key. So they are different, and different is good. Can't all be the same. So the vibe out there is epic. And an all Aussie final, you know, as well with Matty and Max. And is Ash winning? Yeah. Awesome. That'll be epic on Sunday. And Ash Barty, like, she said some kind words about me here, and I just echo what, like, she's just the best human, first and foremost. Tennis can get stuffed. Like, that is why I love her. The best human. And it just so happens that she can play tennis. And I'm lucky that I call Nick and Thanasi and Ash friends. And we all train together. Like, I've been training with Thanasi every day. And I don't know if people have said how much work that kid's done. And he deserves this. And we're like Jonesy. We're just mates. And it's cool. It really is. And yeah, I don't even see them as tennis players, which is pretty whack, isn't it? I see them as my friends. So watching them succeed is cool. It really is. Online.
We'll go to online
Sorry,
questions.
mate, I'm doing your job
No,
for you
that's
guys.
fine. You can moderate your last
No,
press
you
conference.
go.
All good. We'll go to Gemma. Your questions, thanks.
Hi, Dylan. Firstly, I want to say from me, thank you for continuing to smash glass ceilings and change the game. You've really done a brilliant job. Now, you said you wanted to retire from basketball 6 years ago. You're now retiring from tennis. Before you win that Oscar, are we going to see you in another sport?
Yeah, maybe the long jump, Gemma. No, I'm done, Gemma. There you go. This just sums up how it's changed. I hope he doesn't mind this, but Andy Murray just messaged me. I don't know if I've articulated that well, but you're an absolute rock star and inspiration. Thanks for everything that you've done. That kills me. Like, it makes me want to cry. Special. Like, it's just, you're a part of it. It's just a part of it. Like, I don't even care you're in a wheelchair. Like, I don't give a shit. Sorry to swear. It's special. It's so nice, you know. It's like that everywhere, man. I never thought that would happen. It's like, it's cool. It's really cool. Like, that's better than winning a tennis tournament. is a legend of the sport getting around wheelchair tennis. You know? If it's good enough for someone like that, it's good enough for everyone. Sorry, I didn't mean to cry. Sorry, Gemma. No more sport. Acting, drinking beers, hanging out with my partner Chantel, living my life, being Australian of the Year, whatever the hell that is. I don't know, probably going to every event in the opening of a wound I'll be going to, I reckon, everywhere. I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, you have Smashgar ceilings, so are we thinking you want an acting career? Are we thinking Dylan Alcott as the next James Bond?
That'd be cool. I probably got to get bigger arms, work on my leg press. I don't know. I want to write a script, Gemma. I want to write a script in the works. Got a document. There you go. They've got a documentary going on right now. There's people everywhere, and who knows what's going on. But yeah, I'm really excited. Look, it sounds stupid to retire when you're still winning, but I'm 31, and that's young enough to do something else. I feel like I've nailed the timing. If I'm 36 and I win 23 Grand Slams and I've got 3 kids and whatever, I don't know if I've got time to do anything else then. Right now I do. My partner Chantel does. My friends, you know what I mean? I'm young. So I'm excited for what's next.
And in the actual draw, you talked about that there's plenty of people on the wheelchair tour to carry on your mantle. I mean, who would you say are the big front runners in that?
Oh, there's already people doing it, but Niels and Sam, but for sure. I do love Niels. I love the person that is, what he says. My doubles partner Heath is a bit old. He's older than me, but it's his turn to win some slams. And I mean, like, you know, Shingo, somehow he's still playing. Like, he's won about 4,000 Grand Slams. Like, you know, and Dita, the Groot, I hit with Dita the other day. The Golden Slam hit off. It was so nice. And she's a legend and young enough and stuff like that. So you don't need me. I'm washed up. I'm done. And yeah, I'll still be around though, you know, for sure. I'll be doing those sweet corporates, getting at all the other Grand Slams, you know, finally have some more time, which would be nice. I'll probably earn way more than the prize money, hopefully. This prize money is no good. That's actually the next thing, prize money. Up the prize money everywhere because, you know, like I won the lead-in tournament here and it was like $1,300. How much is a flight from Europe? $3,000, you know, and that's not it's an Australian thing. It's all around the world. You know, we don't get $3.5 million for winning. We get less than half the first round loser of the able-bodied gets at all slams, and that's way better than it was because you used to get a firm handshake and a cold Powerade, you know. So it's better, but we've got to keep building it so it gets better and better.
Thank you, Dylan. I'll let you move on to Marshall now.
Thanks, Marshall. Your question?
Got to unmute, big dog.
I'm unmuted, I think, finally. Yeah. Dylan, thanks for the last 7 years for your stuff. Thank you. And you're quoted as saying that wheelchair tennis saved your life. You started as a tennis player before going to basketball. What are your hopes for the sport now as you leave it as a player?
Yeah, look, I think it's in the best position it's ever been, and it's time for other people to take over, which I'm sure they will do. And I'm interested to see what happens, and I'll always help, you know. But I just don't want to play anymore. You know, it's just a hard slog, and you get diminishing effects in anything you do. You know, I'm sure Brad Pitt gets annoyed at acting sometimes, like because he's been doing it forever, and I'm like I just get diminishing. I've had diminishing returns. Like you win the first Wimbledon, it's incredible. Second one, amazing. Third one, you're like, oh, I've won Wimbledon. You know, and you're like, I don't want to feel that anymore. Like I still want to treat it what it was, which was some of the best stuff. And it's time for other people to experience that. You can't hog it. You can't. And I think everyone's ready to take it over. But it's up to you, mate. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you to keep amplifying those voices and getting those stories. Not up to me anymore. I feel like I've done everything I can, and I'll continue to help. But it's up to everyone else to take the lead and keep making it bigger and bigger.
What do you think the sport itself needs to do, you know, internally?
Pardon, mate?
Is there anything? Do you think the sport itself needs to do anything internally to continue the growth?
Example I give is this: I got voted in the World All-Star 5 for the best 5 basketballers in the world when I was 19 years old. Huge honour. I don't really talk about that much because I don't like talking about, you know, that I was good, but I was pretty good at basketball. I never met LeBron James. LeBron James wouldn't know who I am, right? whenever. Today, I think I'm in locker 61 and Rafa's in 63. And he's like, g'day, Dill. I'm like, g'day, Rafa. How are you, mate? Yeah, good, bros. Like, that's how we talk. No other Paralympic sport has that. We have the best Paralympic sport in the world because of the integration with the able-bodied tour. It's unbelievable. And we do a poor job of leveraging that all year. I leveraged that. Like, I got an opportunity and I made it happen. But people internally sometimes don't do as good a job to understand how good the product is. And not to say when we go to fight for us more, to put us on the main court, and not think we're lucky to be here, because we're not lucky to be here. We deserve to be here. That's the difference. People think we're lucky to be here. Get stuffed. We deserve to be here. We're selling tickets. Sponsors are making money, and people are loving it. So start thinking like that, and then it will all change. And that's what I was lucky enough to do.
Right, thanks, mate. All the best.
Tell me that's it.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our press conference with Dylan Alcott.